But to be back in the UK in a domestic fight like this, which has turned into a little bit of a grudge match, it seems, what do you think this can be the start of?
Yeah, I think it's just the start of a good 2025 for me. You know, I want to win the British title outright this year, and then look again towards putting myself in that world title picture.
You had a big win against Esserman. Sorry, Conor, he was about to jump in there, weren't you?
So he hasn't got much me yet. Talking about, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm not overlooking Conor, but you know, I think
You keep
I
overlooking.
am going to show that I'm the level above. You haven't boxed at my level, and you haven't beat anybody. Who have you beat? I can't think of your name. Who you beat? You know what I mean?
Is this what was said at the face-off yesterday? It seemed that this was the topic of conversation about levels and opposition and standing and fighting. What was being said yesterday?
I'm just happy that he's saying all this, because you know he's in for a big shock on Saturday. It's yeah, you keep overlooking me, mate.
I think that's the same thing to say to you as well, because you know you're saying that you reckon you're stronger than me and things like this, and that's the only thing you can bank on is coming forward and trying to be stronger. But you ain't stronger. I've proved that I am a strong welterweight, very strong welterweight. Look at Echo Esserman. No one could beat him. No one was stronger or could
You'll
outwork
be a
him.
long, skinny twig, mate.
No, that's where you're gonna. This is where you're gonna fall flat on your face, because I am strong, very strong welterweight, and I'm punching hard.
Does this needle go back to the amateur days? You've got a win over Conor Walker. Is there needle because of that? Is it a fight that you both have wanted since then?
I think like I mentioned in an interview, you know, Conor, we're both kept an eye on each other after our, you know, amateur fight, going into the professional ranks. He was obviously at lower weight, I was at super welterweight, like when I won my English title and boxed Fowler, Williamson and good names there. And then yeah, like he's giving me messages of support before fights, and you know, I've kept an eye on him. He's a decent lad, but this is the fight game. This is fights happening now, and it's real. Everything's on the line for both of us, really.
The name Esserman was mentioned there, and it was your best win. I look at that stylistically. Esserman likes to be busy, likes to be the aggressor. Conor Walker, similar in that respect, likes to get in your face and work away. Is that the plan here, to put a similar performance to the one you did against Esserman?
Yeah, you could say that. You know, I can do many things. That's why I've got the moniker Horrible Harry Scarff, because I can do a lot of things in the ring. I can box any which way I need to win, and like I say, I'm very strong at the weight as well. I'm big at the weight, but I am very strong at the weight.
He did say to me yesterday, Conor, not to really stir the pot, but I'm going to try, but he's not a big fan of yours in general. He said he's not a fan of how you handle business. I think that amateur fight doesn't very sit well with Conor, which we will come on to, but where do you think that's come from this week?
I don't know, like I said, he's always, you know, friended me off on socials and stuff like that, send me messages and things like that. Well, you know, I'll fight anyone in boxing. You know, there's no friends in this game really. Anyway, you know, I think that's something that goes with the territory of boxing. But you know, he's just going to be he's going to have a tough night on Saturday, and that's it.
Just quickly, what did you make of his fight against Crocker?
I thought, you know, he did well against Crocker. Yeah, he did do well against Crocker. Don't know if Crocker overlooked him a little bit, thinking he was coming up in weight, and thinking that, you know, he could just getting a bit caught up on his power. I think Crocker was doing that because he was just holding his feet and you know, throwing haymakers for the 10 rounds of that fight. But yeah, no, it was a good fight. But yeah, I don't know. Crocker might have overlooked him a little bit.
Well, let's bring in Conor Walker. Conor, you've described this moment as your World Cup final, to fight and win the British title. Now you're potentially just a maximum of 36 minutes away from holding that belt above your head in the ring on Saturday night. What does it mean to you to be here?
Yeah, mate, this is everything. You know, like I say, when I first started boxing, the British title was my world title. You know, it's every boxer's dream, and anyone from the UK, that belt is, you know, it's all we want to win. And you know, I'm fully prepared for Saturday. And look where I'm at in my career. Do you know what I mean? I'm 29. I'm in peak. You know, I'm just ready to go now. This is my time to shine. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'll piggyback off the back of that then. You know, you suffered the good, the bad, the ugly in boxing, you could say. Do you believe this is the right time for you to be challenging for these titles?
100%, mate. Like I say, I've never turned down a fight. You know, I've fought every style, you know, to man. So you know, I'm fully prepared for it, and it's yeah, like I never turn down a fight. You know, I'm a fighting man, and that's this is why I'm in this position, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be in this position. I'm just looking forward to getting it and then getting the business done.
Conor, you said to me yesterday that Harry's best shot is his elbow. What do you mean by that?
You know yourself, mate. There's, you know, I've watched all of his fights, and every one of his fights, you know, you see the elbow coming. It's just the way he fights. When going gets tough, he resorts back to his dirty tricks, and his elbow come in with my fight. It cut me in our amateur fight when going got tough, and no doubt it's going to be happening this time. But believe me, if he starts throwing elbows, he's getting a few back, mate.
He says it's going to be just fine. Then we go to the predictions. A long, tough night for you on Saturday night. How do you beat this man in the ring on Saturday?
It's going to be a tough fight. I'm not, you know, but I've prepared for everything. You know what I mean? I've come off the back of a 10-round fight with unscathed, and you know, come into the camp fit, ready, strong, and yeah, I'm just whatever he brings, I'm gonna match, and I'm just looking forward to beating him up all around the ring.
Harry, final prediction from yourself. How do you beat Conor in your mind? What does this come down to? What is the difference?
I think the difference is just, you know, just overall boxing abilities, and that's what's going to show in this fight. You know, I feel very assured and confident in myself going into this. Preparation's been perfect. People say that, but it has really been perfect this time, and I feel like it's just going to show. It's going to be a great night for me.
Frank Smith, big prediction from you in the middle of the two lads there? I'm joking. Don't do that.
Trouble.
Don't do that.
I'm excited for this bit, you know, the face-off.
Yeah, we'll be bringing the fighters face to face in a little moment. Before that, though, let's speak to the main event.